G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for part number 14 of my Drain Essence Apostate playthrough with Manfred here. Now, in between episodes, like I said at the end of the last one, I went and ran Port Valbury again. You can see I've gained a little bit more XP. And basically I've done 2 runs of Port Valbury now, and this is what I've pulled out of there. So I got another pair of the Empowered Mistwalker leggings. These are kind of same, 1% less physical resistance, 8% additional Aether, 7% less Elemental. It's a side grade. So I'm not going to bother messing with this. And the other things I wanted to note is these boots, which I think dropped on my second run. These have got Aether damage, which is nice, but look at those resistances. Compare those to the heavy boots that I'm wearing currently, the Legion Greaves. Mostly, I'm looking at the armor on this and going, hey, awesome armor, and then also, great, that's a ton of resistances. So I'm going to make that swap. I will, again, lose physical resistance. I think this was above 30, like 32, 34 at some point in this playthrough. So this being a decent bit lower, I don't love it, but it is what it is. So boot swap. I also found this. I believe this one dropped during the recording of the last episode. So you've probably already seen this, but it's a new day for me. So, you know, I can't remember what I had for breakfast this morning, let alone what dropped yesterday. This is a really, really nice helmet. So I'm going to put that into the I'm going to wear this later pile. And this is the belt that I found the second time. Now, this is not amazing, but it was better than the one I found first time. It's got some resistances on it. It's got some OA, some DA, a bit of health. And 52% vitality to Aether conversion is a bigger percentage than the last one as well. So still nowhere near the 60% perfect roll, but if I keep running the place until I got the perfect roll, I'd probably be level 100 and still not done. Also, I don't know if I swapped the components last episode. I probably should have checked this before I started recording, but I do now have 2 ancient armor plates and a scaled hide here. And I'm going to need piercing resistance even less now, which is good. This does free up affixes. Now, I know I'm just chucking gear on and saying, hooray, more resistances, right? But that's a good thing because when we go to Ultimate, we're going to lose 50 off the top line here. So we'll be 8% over on piercing. We'll be, yeah, we don't need to worry about that or that. But we'll only be 18 over for Cold and Fire. We're also going to lose 25 off the bottom row. So bleeding will be fine, vitality will be fine, Aether will be at 74%, and Chaos is going to be 71, I think. I don't know, don't do maths while you're recording, it's not a good time. But I do need to get a hold of a little bit more resistances. And I do want to keep, obviously, my my component there. Now we're coming up on level 60, and that's really not relevant. But what is relevant is we're also coming up on level 65, which means we're going to need to get our hands on the Dreeg's shoulders, which means we need to get started on Forgotten Gods. So actually there's a bank once we get there. Let's jump in. We've already chosen to side with Dreeg, or at least I'm pretty sure I did. Yep, assist the Dreeg cult. So definitely want to do that. It's also probably not worth doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Come up here and grab your free purple item. The totally normal shield. I believe that's for warlords from memory. +1 to Oathkeeper. It's a weapon. It looks like a shield. It's kind of cool. It's not for this build. But it is pretty cool. I'm going to sell it though. Those sorts of weapons, there's, I want to say 6 or 7 of them throughout the game, and you get 1 per difficulty per drop location, I guess is how I want to say that. Alright, let's go talk to the Dreeg cult once we can work out how stairs work once again. Where are you? Here we go. Kira, what needs to be done? Yes, I will deal with the horrors. Okay, so I'm going to do a full run through, air quotes full. You can't see it, but I'm doing the quotation marks with my fingers. I'm going to do a full run through here. And we're going to do most of what's in Forgotten Gods. So, actually, I've already did the run on Elite, didn't I? Wish you got retroactive credit for waypoints. That's alright. I'm just going to kill most of this stuff. XP, I'm a little bit ahead of where I would normally be, honestly. Not that that's a problem. It's just something to kind of note and get on with it. So if you just skip a whole bunch of trash, it's kind of fine. If you start taking too much damage, by all means, kill them. But we don't need any of the loot they drop. And short of heroes, I'm probably not going to kill most of them. I'm going to grab this rift, and now I'm going to double back. Now, I don't normally do this. However, I was just talking about XP. And if we come back here, we've got 2 lore notes, which is free XP. And if we're quick, we don't even have to fight the bugs. There is that little bug hole over there as well, which you can go down. There is a super unique in there. So, you know, you could get some XP and some... I think they count as beasts. So you could get some homestead reputation if you really need it. This one here as well, just up here on the left, is a good spot for finding heroes. So first time I died in Forgotten Gods actually was right here. It was an acid dervish, and right here, this group was 3 heroes, one of which was a healer. Except I didn't know it was a healer at the time, so nothing was dying, and I didn't understand why. I mean, I worked it out before I died, but it was too late by then. This was back in the day before I knew about resistances as well. Alright, so I'm going to push through here. Again, you can... I mean, this is a good bit of XP. You can stop and kill this. I'm kind of okay with the amount of XP I have, but it's always good to kill off heroes. So totems are prime targets. A little bit light on the heroes here, actually. Annihilation. Maybe using that at some point in the near future. Foreshadowing. Actually, I won't be. It looks like I'm doing Deceiver for the next playthrough. Pretty much got that locked in. Unless something drastic happens, like a whole bunch of people change their votes, or a whole bunch of people who haven't voted yet go and vote, we will be doing Deceiver next. Oh, here's my healer friend. Oh no, he's regen. I'm actually surprised that you guys didn't pick one of the 2 flavors of Pyromancer, and I was pretty much expecting the grenade pyro. But apparently lots of people like lightning, so we're going with that. Like I said, unless hundreds of you go and vote, which is possible. It's always possible. I think I will probably get a decent way through Ultimate before I start that one, though. I don't want to get stuck in the trap again of having 3 series going on, so you get like 2 videos a week, and it takes me 2 months to get a character through Ultimate. I don't want to do that, so I'm just not going to start another one just yet. Alright, welcome to the Temple of Osea. These guys will stand up. They have fire sticks unless they have lightning sticks. And don't really need to kill all this stuff, but this guy I have to kill, obviously. I'm going to go through here. I'm going to try and find the treasure troves and the, what do you call them? The totem and stuff. But I'm not too fussed if I miss it. So I'm not going to go too far out of my way to actually find it. Alright, we've just hit level 60, and you know what that means. Absolutely nothing. Pants, I think I'm pretty well set on pants until likely level 94. If I get another pair of those Mistwalker leggings with 5% Fizz Res, I'll probably swap them, but otherwise I'm pretty happy with the pair I have. And we were pushing up on Necro to get Harbinger of Souls here. Devotions, I don't have any points left unspent, but we're working on the Reaper, or the Revenant, sorry. I was checking, I think it's here, maybe it's here, for the treasure trove. Didn't find it. That's kind of fine. There we go. So at this point in the game, Inquisitor Seal is pretty much OP. You do have to be careful when you're playing a character like this, though. Inquisitor Seal is similar to Blast Shield. It gives you a massive false sense of security. So if you're ever not standing on it, watch your character just evaporate before your eyes. It'll be way faster than you expect. So you do want to be careful of that. Again, ask me how I know. I don't think a lot of people realize just how many characters I burned through trying to learn this game. Granted, trying to learn on hardcore is generally not advised. It is fun though, or at least I found it fun. Alright, nice little chunk of XP there. I went down there looking for the treasure trove. I think it spawns down there. I know it can spawn here. Leggings of Kings. That could be good. I'm not going to look at it. I like my... I keep wanting to call them Mistborn leggings. I know that's wrong, but anyway. I don't need you guys anymore, so you can just hang out there and do whatever it is you do. And by that, I'm pretty sure I mean you're going to run over here and I'm going to kill you anyway. Yep, here they come. So again, look at my health bar just not moving. As soon as I step off of it, my health bar is suddenly moving. All these dot ticks get reduced to 0 while you're standing on this. So Inquisitor Seal is incredibly powerful. But yeah, you do have to be careful because it is a bit of a crutch. Don't get me wrong, it's a very nice crutch. But it is a crutch. Alright, you stay over there while I spend this point on basically 250 health. I mean, the Vitality dot is also quite good. I did consider, when I was planning this character, I did consider using the Ratosh devotion. It's kind of... It is technically more of a Vitality devotion than it is an Aether devotion, but the proc does do Aether damage, and it shreds Vitality resistance, so it's pretty good. Alright, again, I'm going to be reducing all this damage to 0 from all the environmental stuff. Unfortunately, Ramsel does freeze, which is kind of annoying. But there he goes. You do really have to be careful. I know I've said it a couple times, but definitely be careful with the Inquisitor Seal. Alright, grabbing the loot and we'll be on our way. So that's the Temple of Osir done. Technically, I don't think I had to go in there. Oculus Unchained, I'm pretty sure also spawn in the docks, but I don't know, I kind of like the temple. This Rotting Corpse here, for some reason, has 2 rares on it. It's like, it's an extra special Rotting Corpse. He was, I don't know, some rich guy or something. It counts in the game's files, I believe, as a hidden stash, even though it's not really hidden and it's a body, not a stash. We do have the least best kept secret in the area. You can see this devotion shrine from over here, sort of thing that pops up on the map. So you're going to find it if you just watch the map a little bit while you're walking around. Or if you're watching someone do a playthrough, you will also find it. This one here, this is the Leo Vinus' ring. One of the few items in the game that has XP bonus on it. Can wear it at level 10. It's a common twink item for grinding your ults extra quick. Ether damage, casting speed, very nice. Next level, we're going to be summoning pets, which I'm probably going to have to put onto Word of Pain. We will see. The Aether Fire might have to go on, assuming I can, on the Inquisitor Seal. I know for a fact that we will not be able to put the skeletons on Inquisitor Seals, so, or the Widow, because for whatever reason, this is a pet. And pets can't summon pets. So I may need to maybe change the relic over to Haunt and start using Haunt. We'll see what happens. Yep. This one here. Where do you want to go? Get in the rift. There we go. If you guys don't block the way, I won't be forced to kill you. Alright, so I've actually already done this on Elite, so doing it now on Normal seems a little bit anticlimactic, but I am going to do it. Also, I want to check up here. One day it's actually going to be here when I'm recording. There could be a really nice shiny chest here with the Celestial Essence, I think it is. It's the item that lets you summon Kalagadra. Which we will not be doing, but I do like collecting it whenever I'm kind of in the area. Also, I probably shouldn't be killing birds. Even if they are horse birds. I do want to come down here, though, because Exalted Stash, which everybody likes Exalted Stashes. Eldritch Essence there, very nice drop, but otherwise kind of mid. Pretty much what you expect from an Exalted Stash, though. Yeah. Okay, Honored with Homestead. You see the word Honored, you go to wherever it just said, and you buy the writ. Pretty much always, as soon as you can. Middle of a boss fight, you can maybe get away with it. Let's grab that quest. Once again, how do stairs work. And I'm going to vendor all of this stuff. So I probably should be looking at gloves and boots. Let's just have a quick look here. Nope, less armor, less everything. Mighty of stone footing. Pretty good resistances, but it's piercing and poison, which I'm way over. The rest of that does look pretty good. Just the armor is a bit of a letdown, so I'm not going to use those. New gloves. Vigorous of Olzwin's Flame. No. It's definitely worth checking rings. There are no real monster infrequents here. I mean, technically, the Living Ring does have +3 to Word of Agony, but it's not really amazing. Alright. And the reason I actually came here, don't forget that. Writ of Homestead. Okay, we also have these ones. So we've got weapon and... I was going to say weapon and jewelry, but it looks like it's just weapons. And I currently have 25% Aether damage and some damage versus Ethereals. So Homestead ones don't have any Aether stuff, but maybe they have something else that I want. They don't. They don't have anything I want. Alright, let's eat all of this. So we've now got bonuses with Devil's Crossing, with Homestead. The Rovers should be pretty quick, actually. Having said that, we're not really killing undead, so maybe not so much. And let's jump back in here. Keep pushing here. Totem potentially here. Unfortunately, not for me. Which is... it's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. If you ever find you just can't walk in an area, it's probably because one of these jerks is actually spawned there and is playing an animation. You know what? We won't go in there. That's fine. Do that quest on Ultimate, maybe. There's nothing in the Tomb of the Heretic that I actually want to use. I am going to kill the Titanivore here. You definitely don't have to kill this. Let's see if it can hurt me through Sunder. Or with Sunder through Inquisitor's Seal. The answer, it appears, is no. What I should be doing is using the using Mark of Torment to reflect it, but I don't have the muscle memory for that yet. We are up to dog time. Alright, so Packhound of Galfangs. One of the quests needs me to kill, I think, 4 packs. Yeah, 4 packs of those. So we're definitely going to be doing that. Alright, that is 10 of the 15. There'll be another pack over on the left side of Kalagadra's spawn location. So we just, yep, there they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be enough for me. Look at all that poison that does absolutely nothing because I'm standing in my little blue circle of you can't hurt me. I could have actually just stood there and let Spectral Wrath kill them all, but where's the fun in that? Okay, we are done with the pack hounds, so all we have left is the Guardians of Ishtal, and they're going to be up here. I will also point out that the Fetton Mask in normal difficulty is kind of rubbish, so since I'm here, I'll just show it. Also, there's a quest for discovering the Sarlacc pit there. So here's the Fetton Mask on normal difficulty, which I could put on now, but as you can see, it's just not very good. It's got less armor than a caster helmet. It's got 2 resistances and some health, which is nice, but no skills, no monster infrequent bonuses. Really is sad that it doesn't have at least, you know, +1 to all skills. I mean, even if all it had was +1 to all skills, it'd probably get used. But as it is, it's a dead item. Right. I want to head to the top left corner of the second area, I guess I'm going to call it, here, because there's a devotion shrine there. Also want to kill anything with a star above its head because of reputation. I do want to get respected with Drieg, which should be pretty easy, but anytime I can get a decent chunk of reputation with any of the witch cults, it's something I want to do. Because I'm going to need it at level 94, so why not do it a little bit at a time while I'm leveling. Oh, hello. You need to die. What am I up to there? 5. Okay, so I killed 4 out of 5 of the pack before I even noticed they were there. It's a good sign. Alright, I see this pack over here as well. Let's try and stay away from Mr. Statue Man, who's just having a nap there. We have Aether to Vitality, which is no. Having said that, though, this would be really nice if we were playing Vitality Drain Essence, because +3 to Decomposition, +3 to Hungering Reach, that's +6 skill points on our main skill. It's very hard to say no to that. Well, it would be if we were doing Vitality. Honestly, Vitality probably is the way to go while leveling. And then they all died from hitting me. Alright, Devotion Point. Yes, please, let's go. Akanax, or whatever your name is. Nothing personal, kid, just really needed this. Why am I taking damage? Okay. Right, what can I put this on? Word of Pain, which is in use, and Drain Essence, which is also in use. Word of Pain currently is this one? Yeah, okay, so this can go on Inquisitor Seal, and then I'm going to put this on Word of Pain. So we're going to... I mean, you can do drive-by Word of Paining, which is not a horrible idea. You're going to see these little black skeletons here. This is the Revenant skeletons. Ooh, there's my treasure trove. Unfortunately, putting the Imp proc, what is it, Aether Fire, on the Inquisitor Seal does limit the amount of... maybe usefulness is not the right word, but it limits the chance for it to proc. It still will proc, but it's going to be less. Okay, I'm not seeing any of my little skelly bros. Should be a couple of them around. It is fun though. Like I'm not actually drain essencing anything, and everything's just dying around me. So there he is. It's always fun when your build gets to this point and it's strong enough that that you just kill things without even really trying. Again, not a whole lot of heroes there. The adversary is, I mean, I'll have a look at it, but I'm pretty sure it's not for us. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a gun. It's definitely not for us. Trick shot, 15% chance to be used. So this has this looks like it's a weapon pool skill, but it doesn't have the correct wording for it. Interesting. I wonder if that is actually a weapon pool skill and I'm just wrong, I guess. Wrong might be the right word. So I am heading to... actually, I'm going to skip this for the moment. I'll be back here, but I am going to drop a rift gate because I want to go get the next rift. Let me through, please. Thank you very much. Yeah, I want to go get the next rift before I do that. Just so I don't have quite so far to run. And also, once I get to the bottom of whatever that temple is called, I can't remember. Whatever this place is called, once I get to the bottom, I can just rift out to that rift gate instead of having to go back to the previous one. I did notice just as I went in that there's a guy with a star above his head here. He has to die. The rest of them can stay. I don't care about them. Okay, the Sand-Blown Ruins. There is an Exalted Stash in here. There is also a totem, which just popped up on the map. And there is a Devotion Shrine as well. There's my Exalted Stash, which is lovely. Eldritch Essence and the Wild Caller's Skins. Alright, 2 heroes, 3 heroes. That's all I get. I've been absolutely robbed this episode by totems. I'm not okay with it. And probably nobody cares. Okay, Empowered Blue Boots. Alright, we're getting into the good area now. Unfortunately, not those ones. Vigorous of Maven's Wit. No. But I will keep looking. Right, so I've got the totem already. I've got the totem, I've got the Exalted Stash. Basically, all I'm looking for at this point now is the... I swear I'd already talked to you. There we go. All I need is the Devotion Shrine now. Which you can see on the map there, so let's go get it. Let me check the plan here. The plan is, after Revenant, we get the Behemoth or the Behemoth. Again, depending on where you are in the world. It's probably another one of those Americans say Behemoth and everybody else says Behemoth. But, doesn't really matter, does it? Okay, Primal Instinct, more pet stuff. Actually haven't had a thing for a while where I just get bombarded with pet gear. Okay, I don't want to wake this guy up just yet. So I'm going to go ahead and spend my point here first. Then we'll wake him up as we run past. And unfortunately that's nice and blocked off. Did I just see a star? I want to say I did, but I'm guessing I actually didn't. Okay, I think they can pretty much take care of themselves there. Another interesting name, actually. Alright, so old mate up here. Turgon the Mad Priest. If you have a movement skill, like let's say you're playing, I don't know, a dual-wielding acid dervish, just for example, that I completely pulled out of nowhere. Don't Shadow Strike this guy with no cold resistance, because you will instantly die and you won't even know what hit you. Speaking for a friend, of course. Alright, so I'm going to kill him. Actually don't have... I mean, I guess we do have to kill him, don't we? For the quest for the Demon Bone leg plates. Alright, lots of armor on these. Good resistance. Chaos Nova is kind of okay. Let's have a look-see here. Okay, things I love about these pants. 9% increased armor, 1000 armor on the base item, 2 resistances, damaging proc. Things I don't love about these pants. It's chaos damage. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Could I use these? I definitely could. I think I'm not going to, though. As much as I do want an extra 200 odd armor, or 220 odd because of the increased armor percentage there, I definitely do want those, but I also want Aether and Elemental resistance. This is kind of what I meant when I said that once you put these pants on, they're a bit of a trap, because it is incredibly hard to actually take them off. I'm not entirely sure why I'm juggling my inventory like this. Anyway, that's fine. Grab the loot, get out of here. I picked up 2 items, and it's messed up already. I hate this game sometimes. Okay, that's fine. Anorex Brothers are now, quote-unquote, free, which is good. Anorex Journal. I'll take some free XP. Thank you. And we can push forward. I'm also just looking at the augments that I have kind of noted down. Level 40, we've got Aether Dust from the Black Legion, which, yeah, we could definitely use that. I think I already have that on the weapon. Yep, there we go. Level 50, we have Aether Storm Powder from the Black Legion, and Outcast's Wrath from the Outcast. Aether Storm Powder, let's just go have a quick look at that. I'm curious what that is. I kind of hope it's jewelry. Because I don't need my jewelry augments for resistances at the moment. Let's go Aether Storm. It's revered, so we won't be getting this for a little while. And it is basically an upgrade on weapons. Okay, cool. Outcast Wrath. She doesn't really like me very much just yet. And then 65, we've got Scarab Shell Powder for Drieg and Imp Eye Powder for Malmoth. Alright, so probably we don't have reputation for those. Definitely we don't have levels for it. But once I get the reputation, I will definitely have enough levels to use the Black Legion ones. Okay, so welcome to Sunbane Oasis. We are looking for... Actually, let's go grab the quest. Because we do actually have a quest here for the Drieg faction, which is nice. And I guess we can vendor a whole bunch of this stuff as well. I think that looks good. Then we bank it all. Right. So the next quest for Drieg, I believe, is to kill What's-Her-Face the Usurper from the temple inside the Sunbane Oasis. So let's just go ahead and grab that. Yep, it is Navan the Usurper. Cool, so we'll kill that. And I may as well talk to Anorak as well. Yep, I'm glad I could help. Turtle Shell rank 17, love to see that. Also got some quests to turn in over here for the Soleil peoples. And we'll go down here and talk to Atron. And we can kick them out, or we can tell them that they are worthless and they need to leave. But I like to let them stay. Why not? I already kicked their ass. Why not rub it in? Okay, and yeah, don't expect me to go rescue them. Alright, slay the usurper. Report to Barnabas. Let's actually go report to Barnabas, just to get that out of my quest log. I've got enough rubbish filling this up with the bounties that I still want to keep. Alright, so that is a bunch of Devil's Crossing reputation. Unfortunately, not enough to go up to Revered, but hitting Honored with them this early on is strange. It's 100% because of going through Elite Act 1, which I don't normally do. The other thing I need to do is go ahead and notify the Conclave of the Three of my discovery, which is of course going to be Old Maid up here and not exactly the actual Conclave. Your work, yes, yes, yes. How did you end up here? What are you working on? What is it? Already found it. Just east. Okay, that would be nice. Cool. Bismail rep, Corpse Dust, and Bindings of Ismail. Mostly I'm happy about the rep there. Nothing else. The Shattered Realm stuff I'm going to ignore until I absolutely can't ignore it anymore. Because I don't really enjoy Shattered Realm. But that's fine. Most of the quests are now sorted out. Let's go get the ones in here. Now, I didn't pick up the quest for finding the Dead Apprentice, but I am definitely going to go ahead and do that as well. So I guess we'll make our way... Actually, I'm going to go top way here. If you guys would just get out of the way, I wouldn't have to murder you all to death. Okay, this is what I wanted. This little body here. Canaan's corpse. More importantly, the Tome of Eonatum, which is what I actually came down here for. And I'm just going to drop a rift and then be on my way. So I want to get to the next rift gate. And I didn't actually want to murder all of you, but again, you're making this awkward. So I'm going to get to the next rift gate, and I'm going to rift back to my personal rift, which will then allow me to do the whole temple, and then push forward. Just saves a little bit of running. It's very small, quote-unquote, optimization. That I can't actually remember where I learned this. I think it was maybe Diablo 2 back in the day. Maybe not. Diablo 2 generally doesn't have stuff like this. Alright, everybody's nice and dead. So we can come over here, and we have this here temple, which we can go into. Alright, so Devotion Shrine in here. Always worth getting Devotion Shrines. There's also a totem usually, so we can... Stairs are not the only piece of difficult terrain. Alright, we'll murder all this to death, which is lovely. And then we'll kill all of this as well. The Devotion Shrine is just basically on the next screen, so clearing this area is going to be helpful. Okay, what have we got? Diseased, Reflective. Reflective I literally don't care as long as I'm standing in the circle of you can't hurt me. And unfortunately, at this point in the game, yeah, the Behemoth, kind of doesn't really... It's not super effective. The health is really nice, the regen is technically good, but we're not a regen build. So, let me just actually have a quick look here. 2 red and 3 green. Could just not... and take the rat instead. Solely for the affinities. I think I'll leave it. It doesn't hurt to have some free regeneration, I guess. Alright, boss time. And the Usurper is actually really stupid. Just nuked the crap out of that table. And once again, my health bar just kind of doesn't move. Easy. The other thing is, I just picked up a really nice looking ring here. So Liches is a pretty good prefix for resistances, and then of the Aether, obviously is going to be Aether damage there, which is good. Pierce, Poison, and Vitality. The Living Ring is definitely better. So I think I'm going to leave that. There is some loot in the wall here, which is always fun. So let's go ahead and grab that. And then we can just kind of leave. There are a whole bunch of barrels and stuff you can smash, but that's fine. Okay, I'm done. I don't need to run out of here. I don't need to run pretty much anywhere. We can go and turn this quest in, and then they're going to send us to the Conclave of the Three, which is our next stop. Once again, how do stairs work? One day someone's going to explain it to me. Alright, next quest is, yep, Vanguard of the Three, talk to Draelus. We are not quite respected, but we have 4 and a bit levels to get there, and we have Dreek Vilemantle kind of waiting for us. +2 to Hungering Reach is really nice. -300 armor is really not nice. We'll see how we go. I may not be able to wear these straight away just because of resistances, actually. But they are in the plan. The thing with the plans that I make is that I plan for things that I know I can get, and then if I happen to find a really juicy purple item or really, really juicy blue item, then I'll use those and I won't worry so much about the Dreeg sect leggings that I was going to use as part of the plan. So, as with all plans, they never survive contact with the real world, or the enemy. The enemy in this case being Grim Dawn's desire filter. If you want it, it won't drop, but if you're not thinking about it, it'll show up and ruin your plans. I'm definitely not jaded. Not even a little bit. Alright, so we're just going to get through here. That'll get us up to the Conclave of the Three. And more or less halfway through Forgotten Gods at this point. Ooh, you've got a star above your head. Nosferantis, the vampiric doggy. Should have made it a Pomeranian. Xantai, if you ever watch this, go ahead and make one of those. I want a vampire Pomeranian in this game. That was a horrible, horrible movie. Actually, it wasn't too bad. What was that? It was one of the Blade movies. Blade 3, maybe? One of the more recent ones. It was fun. It was decent, but not when you compare it to the original and the second one, which were actually good movies. Alright, I do like hidden loot. Again, I think I've mentioned it, but this one is really cool. I like how this little path up here, when you know where it is and you're looking for it, it's really obvious. But there's a tree across the top. You're just not going to know it's there. It's my favorite kind of hidden loot. It's where you don't have to spin the camera to see it. You would be able to find it regardless, but it's very well hidden. It's very well blended in. Alright, welcome to the Vanguard of the Three. Grab your Rift, grab your free XP, and we've got some conversation pie to eat here. There's Draelus. We are now respected, so we can go ahead and buy those shoulders if we need them. I'm going to leave that for now because, as I said, I may not be able to use them just because of resistances. Here we go. Alright, let's go into the pocket dimension here, and we have to kill the Mind Reaper. Not a big deal. Each of the 3 witch gods have their own little pocket dimension that they want you to go into and clear out, or find a big scary enemy at the end of it and kill them. It's been a while since I've done Dreeg, so while I'm pretty sure I know where I'm going, I could be going completely the wrong direction, and I kind of feel like I am, but I'm committed now. So I'm just going to go this way, and yeah, it looks like it's going to send me back. This is the double back of shame. It's the you went the wrong way and then you kept going the wrong way, so now we have to send you back. Alright, I'm gonna need you to get off my circle so as I can stand there. Thanks. What is that one? Gargoyle Screech. Slowing me down and, what was it? Shattering my defenses. Probably, minus defensive ability. Alright, this is looking more like it. So, this probably would have hooked up there, so there really is only one way to get here. That's fine. Okay, the Mind Reaper. Ishtal. Let's push all of the buttons that make the damage number bigger. And we'll go ahead and throw Mark of Torment on him anyway. It's not really going to be reducing much damage because I'm standing on the Inquisitor seal. But, I mean, it can't hurt, right? Calidor's Vestments. Beautiful. Lovely. Love it. Okay, quest complete. Let's go find the exit here. You guys are really, really annoying. Some nice scenery there. Where is the exit? There it is. Okay. So that's going to be it for this episode. Little short one, but it is what it is. So I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.